Hiya, and thank you so much for taking the time to actually watch my video. This video is going to be about, if you like, a plan of action to try and help with your OCD. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know that I suffer from OCD and have spent, if you like, the best part of 40 years trying to manage and actually cope with my condition. I'm just going to talk about, if you like, a plan of action which I try and use to actually help with my illness. There's times in my life when I've been able to actually cope with my OCD, and there's been times when I've literally gone completely the other way and not been able to cope with it. I'm just going to talk about some of the things that I do which I know help me. I'm going to start off with medication. Now you might be thinking I don't want to take medication, but for me, um, I've got to say that medication is something which you really should look into going and seeing your GP. I would hope that if you have got OCD, you've obviously been diagnosed with it by your doctor, and hopefully he would have laid out some things that are, if you like, which obviously you could do. But for me, if you've got, like I have at the moment, really bad intrusive thoughts, which are bringing with it all the other nasty things, anxiety and depression, which obviously makes you then, if you like, go into a spiral with more intense intrusive thoughts, then for me, unfortunately, medication is one of the arrows, if you like, which I use to try and beat it. Now, I've recently been to the doctors and I've been prescribed something called pregabalin, which is an anti-anxiety, helps with anxiety, because obviously where I've been literally, this thing's been driving me up the wall. I've had to go and see a GP. You know what I mean? Most of the time I've been taking citalopram, which is like an antidepressant, but it's weird. On the run up to Christmas, I've just, completely, my head's just started panicking and worrying about everything. So I had to go and see a GP, and I urge you to do the same, because you've got to think about, if you like, what the repercussions are of not going and seeing your GP. Yeah, you've got to think about obviously what effect you're having on your family if you're like obviously how you are, especially if you're going through what I'm going through at the minute. You need some sort of assistance, yeah. So for me, medication is something that is really important, yeah. The other thing which I've been doing, which I have been doing, trying to do, if you like, throughout the year really, and that is try and eat a bit better. I've been researching more and more, especially on YouTube, about the different foods that we eat and about how they really directly affect our mind. You know what I mean? Like, I've watched these different videos for years on different things, sugar, and the different effects it has on your brain. If you have too much sugar, your dopamine level rises, and then obviously when it goes back down, and then obviously you're looking for that high again, and you feel depressed, just like as if you took any other drug. Yeah. So I think the secret with your diet is to try and eat on an even level. Eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and obviously dinner. But try and eat, if you like, the good foods that are obviously going to fuel your brain. Like I say, I've been watching videos. They say about eating spinach, eating green vegetable, almonds, certain nuts, fish oils. There's so many different, like, if you like, superfoods or good foods that can actually help um, bring the nutrition to your body that your body, and more importantly, your brain needs. Yeah. For me, I feel like I wish I could almost inject this stuff into my brain, but obviously it don't work like that. You've got to eat the right foods which contain these special um, um, vitamins and minerals which your whole body needs. So for me, that's something that I've been looking at doing. I've really been trying to do it really for the last 3 or 4 years, if I'm honest about it. I'm trying to eat more sensibly and drink plenty of water. You know, I'm fortunate now that I don't really drink hardly at all, because you know, if you're a drinker and you've got depression or OCD, and especially if you're taking medication, yeah, you're on a road to nowhere, because you know, I don't know if you know this, but drink actually, when you drink, it dehydrates you. Your body shuts down, it doesn't absorb water, which obviously your body needs. So then in the morning when you wake up, if you've had a big drink, you're going to have all the effects of the alcohol bringing you down, because you was on a high. So your dopamine would have been at a high level, which was making you feel good. Yeah. And then obviously in the morning when you wake up, your body, because of who you are, and you're looking for that high again, but you're not going to find it, because your dopamine level has now gone the other way. Now if you then put that in with your body being uh, obviously not having no water, so your body's dehydrated, you've got a double whammy effect. You're being hit by two hammers. Yeah, and then obviously you've got headache as well. So, you know, drink, cigarettes, and obviously any drugs, all these drugs. I mean, fortunately, I've never taken any drugs, like, if you like, unprescribed drugs, but, you know, all these, you know, cocaine and things like that, all they're doing is raising your dopamine level up to an unnatural level, which your body feels, oh yeah, I feel fantastic. But guess what happens? Well, you know, if you've taken drugs, you know what happens the following day. So you mustn't do this. What I'm doing now, I was watching a video earlier, this bloke, he's saying about, you've got to keep your body on an even keel. I'm even trying to cut out sugar now in my tea. I'm having a sweetener, because, you know, sugar's giving you that spike, and then you're coming down from that spike. So this is something else you've got to look at, your diet. Um, CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, which is something I'm waiting for at the moment. But, you know, where these people can they make you think differently. I had CBT a couple of years ago, and I think the trouble with it, when you're seeing somebody who's helping you, I know it was the case with me anyway. As soon as I started feeling better, I stopped going, because obviously you've got other things to do. You're busy, you're out earning money, but I think you need to, even when you're well. This is what I'm going to do now, but unfortunately I'm making this at the minute and I ain't feeling that well. But next year, when I know I'm on the run up, I'm going into the winter, I'm going to make sure that you know, that I've got this, what I'm telling you, as a plan of action. I'm going to make sure that my serotonin levels are higher. I'm going to make sure that I start taking my medication um, before my anxiety sets in. You're building a wall before the trouble comes, yeah. Um, and I think as well, it's important to give yourself a break, if you like, from what you're believing in yourself. Because I know with me sometimes I sit and I get so frustrated. I feel like I'm weak. I feel like I just feel like you know, I'm like inferior, if you like. And then I look at the other things around me that I've done, and I realise that I'm not. So you need to remind yourself of what's good in your life, and also of what you've done that's good in your life. How you've tried to help other people around you, and how hopefully one day all this will come back. You know, I believe that if you do good, it comes back on you, and I think that's what upsets me with OCD. Because for me, it's always been like a debilitating um, thing at different times and at different levels in my life. And I've always felt like I was given the short straw, because I don't understand why anyone would put this on somebody. But I think it's important that you don't beat yourself up over the fact that you've got it. Yeah, but just more importantly, try and look at every single way, every single bullet you can fire. Yeah, you know, I do sales, and just another subject. My old governor Jay, when I was in people's houses and I was selling windows, And we had, every time the person said no, right, obviously that they wanted to think about why they wasn't going to buy them today, you had to have a way of overcoming their objection, right? So if they said, oh, we just really want to think about it, you had to say, well, can I ask you what it is you're thinking about, what it is you need to think about? Because it was usually one or two things, usually a price objection, or someone in their family might have said, whatever it was. What I'm getting at here is that he used to call it bullets to fire. He was a really good salesman, and he taught me everything I know. But he said to me, you don't fire all your bullets until you've got the objection and you've answered their question. And really, this is the same with OCD, only it's not words, we've got to do actions, we've got to take medication, we've got to do CBT, we've got to exercise, we've got to eat properly. But what he was saying is that you need so many ways in that scenario of getting this man to say yes to buying the windows today. Yeah. And he spoke about having loads of different, ways of, if you like, bolting this person down in a nice way. Yeah, in a nice way, without upsetting him. You just had to make him think differently as to why he wasn't thinking about buying them today. What was the real reason? You had to find out. And then when you found that reason out, then you went around it another way. And this is what we've got to do with OCD. We've got to tackle this illness in every single direction. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing now. Because I said to my wife, it ain't gonna beat me. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna beat me. I'm gonna make myself feel better. And the last thing, which I just want to cover very quickly, which I'm guessing you hopefully do anyway, and which you hopefully would have realised, is distraction. Yeah, you can't be worrying about something and having intrusive thoughts if you're being distracted by something else. If something catastrophic happened in your life, something unpleasant happened, or if something pleasurable happened, whatever it was, if it was like an event that something happened, then whatever it is you're thinking, what's niggling at you at the moment, that will go, or it will diminish to such a low level because you've not got the time to focus on that thing. Yeah, I get frustrated because as I'm doing these videos, I'm looking at my tab, and it's occurring to me really what I know, but I also appreciate that it's so difficult to do. But what I'm trying to say to you is we need to focus on other things. We need to focus. It could be you're watching telly, you're listening to the radio, you're doing a Sudoku, you're talking with your partner, you're driving out, you've gone for a drive in your car. We just need to not allow ourselves to be enveloped by this thing, yeah, this horrible thing, yeah. I'm going to end my video there, but like I say, please do it now. Do it now. Get a pen and paper. Write down what you're going to do. Start writing down the food you're going to eat. Start researching what can I eat? What can you cut out of your diet? Can you cut out, salty crisps for example, almonds, assuming you can eat nuts? Yeah, because this will help produce serotonin. This is going to make you feel better. Start eating more green vegetables. Start cutting out the crap, because that's what I'm doing now. I know I'm going to struggle a bit over Christmas because there's so much crap in my house that my wife, you've got people coming round, and but you just got to, what's the word? You just got to be sensible with what you're doing. But like I say, but get medication as well. Get doctors' help, psychiatrists, counselling, do mindfulness, anything you can do. I was watching a video earlier on yoga. I mean, if you'd have seen me in my front room earlier, you'd have wondered what was going on. My legs were up in the air, and I was just trying a few of these things that this girl was suggesting. It was like a 30-day yoga program. You know what I mean? But I must admit, after I'd done it, I was a bit out of breath. But that might have been because I've been eating too many mince pies. But I think we just need to give anything a go. Yeah, give anything a go. Right, just and remember that your illness is not who you are. It's just something you're going through. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at myself in the tab now, and I wonder because if people see me on the street and I'm laughing sometimes, they look at me and think, that bloke, you know, I wish I was like him. He looks, you know what I mean? But they don't realise, like you obviously realise, if you've got OCD, what you're hiding behind your mask. And this, like I say, this whole video is helping you. I'm not going to say overcome it because I don't believe I ever will. So I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you that you are. But I do think that you can, if you do all the things that I've spoke about, I do think that you can perform at a much higher level and achieve what I want, yeah, and that is happiness. Because to me, as much obviously you need wealth, you need money as well, but to me, your health, your health, wealth, and happiness. If you've got all those, you've got everything. And for me, as long as I've got enough money, and I've got my health and I've got my family. That's all that's important to me. Do you know what I mean? Fast cars and all that don't bother me in the slightest. All I want is to be happy with my family, and for my children to be happy and content, and for me to um, live a normal life, live a normal life. And that's why we have really got to do all we can, not just for ourselves. You've got to remember as well, you haven't got to just get better for yourself. You've got to get better for your family, because if you don't, that is going to have a detrimental and possibly catastrophic event um, on your life. I mean, on your life. I mean, something that upset me years ago, which I know is true, and that is I can't think where it was. Someone told me it. But apparently, like people with OCD, they don't always fare well in relationships because their partners, literally can't deal with it. So, for me, me and my partner have always um, got on very well, really. But I'm not going to lie, my OCD has been a struggle, and it's been a struggle for my wife. So, you need to try and get better. You need to do all you can to get better, because if you do, you ain't going to be the only person that benefits. Everyone around you will benefit. Yeah, and that is it's got to be a good thing. I'm going to end my video now, but please, if you've got anything out of this video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. I do a lot of videos on obviously my illness, and obviously what I'm, if you like, going through, and the ways that I try and cope. So, depression and different things. So hopefully my videos can be of more help to you. I also do videos on personal development, because where I think I've always been searching for ways to get better, I've took a big interest in personal development, where obviously, because I'm in sales, it was something I was looking at anyway, how to be more motivated, how to not let things beat you, how to find more drive, and that's what I've done some videos as well on, because I think being in sales, the more I can, if you like, motivate and drive myself, um, the more money I'm going to earn, and obviously the better life I'm going to have, and more importantly, my family going to have. So yeah, please, I really appreciate if you subscribe, and I really appreciate it as well if you give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much, and I really appreciate it. If you did watch to the end of my video, I really appreciate it. Thank you.